Happy Sunday morning, everyone. We're live here at the Rant Booth here on 10th Street, Ocean City Boardwalk at All Campus. I'm Rob Brinkman. He's Johnny Coyle. Got a lot to talk about today. Philly sports, the gift that keeps on giving. Just total disasters throughout the city. You love it as like a host because you get to come to the Rant Booth, stomp your feet, scream.
We already got a couple people that want to come on that are going to be.
We're going to have fans. We're going to have Eagles talk. We're going to have Ben Simmons talk, Sixers talk. NBA starts Tuesday.
Yeah.
Out of nowhere, but I mean, Johnny, you're watching these games, and it's absolutely brutal.
Yeah, it's not fun watching Philly sports right now, and it's not even the on-field stuff. I can live with the on-field stuff. It's all the off-field stuff. It's all the media stuff with the Sixers, and now with the Flyers with the injuries, and the Eagles with the coaching and the quarterback, and it's all the off-field stuff that is really driving me nuts.
And now, obviously, Zach Ertz not with the football team anymore. Obviously, a Philadelphia legend.
Yep.
At that big 4th and 2 in the Super Bowl, got the game-winning catch in the Super Bowl. We certainly thank him for his service. But, man, he's talk about going from the outhouse to the penthouse for Zach Ertz.
Right.
He's going with Kyler Murray, DeAndre Hopkins.
An undefeated team.
Undefeated team. They're playing the Browns today. We'll get some picks in here. Get you leading up to 1 o'clock. Be through 1 o'clock. Come down, see us on the boardwalk. Beautiful day down here in Ocean City. Jump on the show with us. It's the Rant Booth. It's your time to hoot, holler, scream, praise, wherever you want to do about the Eagles, Flyers. They're going to. It's why October's so great.
One of the best times in sports, right? You have everything.
You have football. You have playoff baseball, which has been excellent.
It's been amazing. Yeah.
I've been more entertained by the week and a half of MLB postseason.
That game last night was great. Braves-Dodgers, great game.
Great game. Actually, I had the Braves in that series.
Do you?
Plus 175. I think they're
it's a good bet.
Extremely live dog.
It's a good bet.
I would put my foot through the TV if Dave Roberts was my manager. Not that I don't put my foot through the TV with Gabe, obviously.
Yeah.
The prior regime and Girardi, he's got
a lot of issues.
He's got some issues, but I don't understand pitching these guys backwards like he does.
I don't understand that either, and I guess that's the new trend in baseball because you see a lot of teams doing it now. So I don't understand it, but I guess there's some analytics reason for them doing that.
I mean, Urias, he wins 20 games for you, and you go with Corey Knebel in Game 5.
Yeah,
and who knows what happens if that ump doesn't make it all about him and ends a Game 5 elimination game between two 110-win teams on a check swing.
How don't they have replay for that, by the way? Like, how is there not a replay associated to that play? That's that defining of a play.
I don't know.
It's nuts. That's absolutely nuts.
I mean, these umps, they want to holler and scream every time someone wants to bring up robots. But
right.
They continuously
give us reasons to want it.
Like, screw themselves out of jobs. Anyway, we're down here on the boardwalk. Get to our poll question. We're talking Eagles. It's week 6, so we're a third of the way through this thing.
Yes.
Coaching is the real problem with the Eagles. You hashtag disagree. We're live on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitch, Twitter, everything. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Don't miss anything. I think we got 19 shows now. Yeah. I'll be on again tomorrow, 7:15 with Brad Ryer. We had some NBA talk. Giants, Brad, New York Brad there. I think they're going to have a rough go of it today up at the Meadowlands with the mighty Rams. But we'll see. It's the NFL. Anything can happen. We already got comments flying in, but I'm going to let you because –
You want me to start it off with the agree or disagree here? I got to say disagree. I'm a big proponent of on-field players make it happen. Whether that's coaching, puts you in a bad spot or in a good spot, you still can make a play, all right? And the big talk around Philadelphia right now is the RPOs, right? 25% of our play calling is RPOs, all right? Jalen Hurts, the coaching staff is putting the trust in him to either read the play and give it to Miles or read the play and take off or read the play and throw the slant. All right. He has continuously chosen to not hand the ball off. To me, I'm not blaming my coach for that. I cannot put that on my coach. That's on my player. I do not think Jalen Hurts is good enough, quick enough, ready to run this type of offense that Nick Sirianni is having.
And I think I'm like torn here because, they make each other worse.
100%.
This league today, with the way it's officiated and everyone's throw,
Right.
the coach quarterback combination is paramount.
It's big. You see it all over the league. You're right.
And I think the Eagles have the worst quarterback head coach dynamic in the league.
Right.
Nick Sirianni does Jalen Hurts no favors with his
agree.
play calling, his strategy. He says this week he trusts his process. He's got a lot of smart minds to help him with the game plan.
Right.
Okay, Nick, can we translate that into some offense?
What does that mean you're going to change, right? Because something's not working. So something needs to change. So one of your smart people that you have needs to come up with suggestion, and you need to take it. I don't know. I honestly, I don't know what it is. To me, he's a college coach. He's a college game-schemed offensive coach. All right. In the NFL, we have seen time and time again that does not work. I think we are the only team in the league to not take one snap under center. We have not taken one snap under center. Every snap has been shotgun. You cannot have a running game with a shotgun offense. You just can't do it.
So, to that, let's say, you get 10 days to prepare. Hurts is terrible.
Right.
To the point where Sirianni goes, all right, Jalen, you take a seat.
Oh,
watch for a little bit.
Oh, man.
And then you go back. Just a hypothetical.
All right.
And Joe Flacco goes into the football game.
Oh, boy.
Do you think Nick Sirianni would put Joe Flacco in shotgun every snap?
Yeah, I think he has to, because that's his offense, right? And that's what you hired. That it is. And it was I had this debate with my previous co-host in preseason. And it was, this is what we see. Nothing's going to change. Don't tell me it's vanilla. Preseason told me this is the type of offense Nick Sirianni is going to run. All right? And it's continued through the regular season. I don't see anything different. It's not shocking to me that we don't have a running game. All right? I never thought we would. I never thought we were going to. So to the fans out here that are all up in arms, why we're not running the ball, the coach determines that. And he always has. From the very start, from the very time we hired him, we knew what type of offense this guy ran.
Because if you call an RPO and the initial call is a run and Hurts checks out of it, Sirianni seems to think that, well, I called a running play. That's not on me.
Right. And to some point, he's correct. He needs
to step up and say, you don't have an option here. We're going to run the football.
Okay. I mean, listen, that's a conversation I hope that they have behind doors. But as a fan watching the game, all I can do is say, Jalen Hurts is not giving the ball to our best offensive weapon, which is Miles Sanders, right? Our offensive line has been pretty good, right? They've been okay. Let's run the ball. Jalen Hurts needs to make that conscious effort. Hey, I'm going to get my guy involved. When an RPO is called, whether the read's there or not, I'm handing the ball off to him. A coach should not have to tell a quarterback that. He should not.
And then you look at Jalen Hurts, he's not doing his head coach any favors with his play.
No, his arm strength is not there. He can't throw the sideline balls. We see it with the deep balls. He's constantly late on them. He's constantly underthrowing them. He's just missing guys. So yeah, that when you take away the out routes, when you take away the deep passes because you don't have confidence in a quarterback throwing it, man, that really shrinks the playbook.
Because let's take because this red zone offense stinks.
Correct.
I think he's just overthinking the red zone immensely.
Well, here it is. Same thing. Shotgun offense. What can't you do? Can't run the ball, really, and you can't do play action. Right? And that's the two biggest things in goal line. And we eliminate that just by having a shotgun offense.
And then you have an entire red zone passing attack that's predicated on drawing a pass interference call.
Yeah, I mean, you're hoping to get another chance. And that seems to be what what we're hoping for. We're not hoping to power anything in. We're not hoping to out roll somebody on the play action. It's just literally let's hope we get a call and hope we get lucky at this point.
And then if you're going to run all these pick plays, which they seem dead set on
Right,
doing,
right.
you need the stat. You have the receivers coach, whoever's our offensive coordinator, and Nick Sirianni, who's a former receiver.
Right.
That's supposed to be his thing. You need to teach them how to do it correctly.
Yeah, you see that called back all the time on pick plays for us. Well, we have at least 3 of them, I think, touchdowns turned back.
I see the Green Bay Packers, Aaron Rodgers, Devontae Adams, that's all they run is pick plays.
Yeah.
And they do it legally, and it doesn't get called.
No, it's something that I don't. Maybe that is coaching. Maybe that is not practicing it enough or not walking the players through how to do it, when to do it, or it's just the players. I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know if it's just a lack of talent, a lack of our players are just not knowledgeable enough in the situations. I have no clue.
Well, I definitely think that there's still a personnel issue at receiver, and you want to get to the defense. We've been talking offense a lot here to start the show, but I have Jim Schwartz 2.0 as my defensive coordinator, which sickens me to my core because I hated Jim Schwartz.
What do you hate? Not blitzing? Is that the big bugaboo for everyone?
All he does is sit back and cover too deep, man on the outside, off man on the outside,
right?
Which isn't Nelson's strength. It's not Slay's strength,
and it's zone, right? It's all zone. We don't ever play man to man.
I could maybe throw a football to that trash can over there,
right, okay.
if I'm lucky.
Right.
I have no football IQ in terms of playing the game whatsoever.
Okay.
But I know if I'm sitting there as a defense and I'm looking at cover 2 all game, all I'm going to do is run the football.
100%. And that's what we've been seeing.
That's what we do. Chubba Hubbard, 100 yards.
Yeah.
Dallas gashed you.
Yeah.
Eli Mitchell, whoever that guy is, in the
right,
Niners.
Right.
I haven't heard from him since.
Oh, he's hurt, but yeah, he's back now.
But I mean, Niners, they can't really seem to run the ball against anybody else. But they got Eli Mitchell gashing us.
I think a little bit of it is right. Where's our money at? Right, you follow the money on teams usually, and that's going to determine where you're at. Our money's on our defensive line. Right, we spent the most money on defensive line. So, as a coach or as a owner, you would like to think I can get there with 4. I don't have to blitz. I can sit back in zone, which is the safest coverage. All right. And my top 4 guys, my D linemen, can get to the quarterback, and I don't have to worry about it. That's a great theory. But here we are, week 6. We've played now 6 games because we had a Thursday game, and it's not working. Are we going to see a change?
How many sacks? I mean, I don't have the numbers in front of me. They got to be bottom tier in sacks.
I would assume so. I mean, Fletcher Cox showed up a little bit last week. Hargrave's been great all season, but besides that, I mean, we don't have that constant pressure that we thought we were going to have.
We got chats coming in. Eli Mitchell didn't have a good game against the Eagles. I mean, okay, but they ran.
They did in general, yeah.
They ran the ball. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, who's just not that good in my opinion. He's too small. He just stretches it out and then cuts it back. And Alex Singleton, who I can't stand, can't step in the hole and make a tackle. You have Alex Singleton against Dallas.
He's another one that's just getting ran over.
Can't step into the A gap and make a play against Dallas. Leonard Fournette.
Ran him over all game long. Literally ran him over.
He's getting free piggyback rides from Leonard Fournette all game. If you're going to play cover 2 like that, you have linebackers that can step in the hole and do something, and they don't.
I'll go back to draft day. We have a cover 2 defense, and we're staring at maybe the top linebacker to come out of college in a very long time that can cover, that can rush, that can tackle, that can get sideline to sideline. And we passed on him again for another shiny toy on the outside. And it's going to keep haunting us. It's going to keep haunting us until we get a linebacker that can do it all. We don't have one.
I've been waiting.
Yeah, we don't have one.
Waiting.
We got our first guest. You want to bring him on?
Jump on?
Yeah, let's bring on our first ranter of the day. See, I think he's a Sixers guy, so I think we're going to translate the Sixers here a little bit. What's going on? I'm John.
Seth, nice
Seth,
to meet you.
nice to meet you, buddy. So you're a Philadelphia 4-for-4 guy?
4-for-4.
4-for-4 guy. All right. So your main sport is
Well, right now it's been basketball. I
basketball.
always
Okay.
Eagles football all the time, but I would rather watch that on TV. I feel basketball is a great time with the family. So
Okay. All right. Well, we got the season coming around the corner here. First opening day is Tuesday. I don't know when the Sixers' first game is.
22nd.
The 22nd. Okay.
That's the first home game.
Okay. Where you at with us this year? What are you thinking?
Well, it depends on obviously Ben, right? But
right.
If he comes and plays and isn't toxic to the team, I think we could pretty much be where we're at last year.
Okay.
Hopefully get a little further.
Okay.
Obviously, that's the goal. But honestly, I think he's going to be gone as soon as they can get.
So you think he's going to get traded? Yeah. Do you think that makes us better or worse?
I don't think it'll make us better. I don't think we're going to get what the value we should be able to get for him.
Okay.
Just because of how last year ended. But
what are you looking back for? Are you looking for picks, or do you want a superstar back?
I don't think we're going to get a superstar.
Okay.
So I'm just I don't want Kyrie. I think
that's yeah.
I definitely don't want him.
All right.
I would take Lillard, but I don't think he's going to be coming.
Nah, it seems like he's going to be happy out there in Portland now.
Exactly. So I think as of now, if we can get like a top grade shooter, like a really good shooter.
Okay.
I think our point guard situation is going to be fine with Maxey. I think that he's going to show a lot of people stuff.
You're happy with Maxey and Shake?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I think the summer league showed a lot for him, so I think he's going to be good. But obviously Ben is a top defender,
right?
So that's where we're going to be hurt the most.
That's where we're going to lose a lot. You're right,
because he could defend 1 through 5, and not many players in basketball can do that. So,
I don't know any.
No,
I think he is.
That's it.
Right. I think he is the only one that can really do it.
Yep.
But let's transition into the Eagles.
Absolutely.
All right, real fast. Where are you at with them? Where are you thinking with them?
I'm thinking that they could hopefully get to 6 or 7 wins. I don't think they're going to be more than that. I think that Nick is not, as of now, not the coach that everybody wants him to be.
Okay.
We've said that in the past about other coaches.
Every
coach, and then they go somewhere else and they do good. But
correct.
We definitely, I think, need to give them more than 1 year. But it's with this fan base and how we can get on coaches, it's very hard to. Well, we'll see what happens.
Right. So I'll give you the poll question for today.
Okay.
Our poll question is pertaining to the Eagles and the coaching, and is the coaching the real problem for the Philadelphia Eagles? Do you agree or disagree with it?
I agree. I agree that the play calling is number one. I think that the RPOs are not working.
Okay.
You have to run the ball for that to work, and they don't run the ball. So,
right.
I think that the shotgun formation all the time is not good.
Right. That's what we were just talking about. Yep.
So, I don't think the play calling is good.
Okay. All right.
The defense, that's they're holding us in the games right now.
Defense has been looking great.
Absolutely.
Yeah, especially pass defense has been good.
Our punter is, I think, the MVP.
And you're a losing team when you have to say that.
Absolutely.
But, yeah, you're not winning many games when the punter's winning games for you.
No. But other than that, I think that if the coach could maybe take some, look at a different playbook and try to figure out some different run plays and stuff, put Hurts in a better situation to pass the ball, I think that we could be a little better. We played a couple of really good defenses already, so hopefully his schedule gets a little easier, and we'll go from there.
Last couple questions.
Yes.
With the draft capital the Eagles have, is Jalen Hurts here next year?
I don't think so as of right now. I don't think that his arm strength is good enough. I think his heart is there.
Okay. That's fair. That's a fair assessment. I believe the same thing.
Yeah.
And 2, give us your prediction for the Sixers. Where do we end up in regular season? How far are we go in the playoffs?
I say we're going to be the number 2 seed in the East, but I think we make it to the conference finals this year, and hope we'll see what happens.
Can't ask for much more than that.
Nope. But again, We gotta get something good for Ben, or he has to get his head out of his butt.
There you go. That's said it perfectly to end. Seth,
All right.
appreciate you coming
Very
on,
nice
man.
to meet you guys.
Thank you. Let's bring Rob back up on in here, and let's get what he said. Thanks a lot, guys.
What was it, Seth? Seth was a great guest. He hit on a lot of things. And I just instantly get triggered by the Sixers because I hate them so much. I mean, I'm a fan, obviously, but I just hate the whole process and like where we're at now after losing for 5, 6, 7 years.
Yeah,
I was told that was the only way to win a championship, and since the process started, the Atlanta freaking Hawks have been in the Eastern Conference.
The better
Finals.
process, yeah.
They've been in the Eastern Conference Finals twice with two different. Like you had that Horford era down there, and they got to the Eastern Conference Finals with that. I think it was 15.
And now you got the Trey.
And now you got the Trey era, and they rip your heart out on your home floor. So we'll put them off to the side. I want to get back to the quarterback, and the Jalen Hurts stuff.
All right,
because I mentioned Flacco earlier. Now I'm in no way advocating for Joe Flacco.
Please no,
no, to be the guy going forward for the rest of the season. But I think it would be an interesting experiment for the fans. Obviously, this will never happen because you can't just play with guys like they're in Madden.
Right.
But I think it would be an interesting experiment that if you go out against Vegas and you have 88 yards in the first half, give Joe a half. I want to see if Nick Sirianni runs the same type of offense with a statue at quarterback than he does with Jalen Hurts. I don't believe that this RPO, what was it, 25%? They run more RPOs than anybody in the league.
Yes, we have.
That
doubled.
This is his guy's base.
Yeah.
I think he feels like he has to because he's a day late and $1 short at the quarterback position. If Joe Flacco, going back to my experiment, is doing the same kind of RPO every play nonsense, then you clearly have a coach that's inept. Wow, Tua just threw it to Jacksonville. He stinks, by the way.
Yeah, he's another one that's not not too big on him.
But they just got a big strip fumble, and then he does that. And down for it. But Joe Flacco is not the answer. And you traded for Gardner.
God, no.
You traded for Gardner Minshew.
That's not the answer either.
He's more like Jalen Hurts than Joe Flacco.
He is, and
from an athletic standpoint.
I don't know if we ever got the answer of how he made that move. I mean,
we're a QB factory.
Well, whatever. We're a QB factory that just doesn't make good QBs. But I don't understand that move. But getting back to Joe Flacco,
they do it next year because you have Gardner Minshew making $850,000 this year and next year. So if Jalen Hurts continues to be stinky, Gardner Minshew's your stopgap to hopefully
for a year.
Franchise guy.
Okay, I get that.
That's why I think Howie made the move. And there was reports when the trade got made that Sirianni and Minshew hit it off in Indianapolis through their draft process.
Whatever.
Well, I mean, take with it what you want.
Yeah.
But
getting back to the Joe Flacco thing, we saw it, right? You saw it in preseason. Like I don't understand why everyone's like enamored by it. Joe Flacco was in shotgun every single snap. He did the same type of offense every single play. The difference is, I think Joe knows how to read a defense and knows how to take what is given to him. I don't think Jalen Hurts either has the capacity of doing it or has the understanding of how to do it right now. It seems like Jalen Hurts just says, I was always the guy. I'm going to be the guy, right? And that's a culture from college that's come with him here. And Joe Flacco's more of, I'm going to take what is given to me, right? And veterans usually are like that. Does it get better? Does that process, do we have time to wait for Jalen Hurts to get through that process if that's what it is?
You don't have time in the NFL to do that.
I agree with you.
I mean, you're rebuilding, but you're not rebuilding.
You're never rebuilding in the NFL. There's no such thing as rebuilding in the NFL.
But, they know upstairs that they're rebuilding. They're just not telling us that. But, if you're trying to win a Super Bowl, you're not trotting Jalen Hurts out there.
Okay. So you don't think he's here next year? You don't even think he finishes the year this year?
No. I didn't say. I said, well, I mean, I think Carson was a good quarterback, but he was not above being benched for inept play.
True. No, 100%. So Okay, all right. I'm all for
I would
that.
even give if it's horrendous and it's a train wreck. No, then the Gardner Minshew safety plan goes into effect for me next year.
Oh my God,
the stopgap of
well,
Gardner
there's
Minshew.
no quarterbacks coming in the draft.
No,
There's none.
Spencer Rattler stinks.
Oh my gosh, yeah, he already got benched. I don't even think he comes out.
Sorry, Greg, but I'm not building my franchise around the quarterback from Liberty.
No.
Sam Howell.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. I'm not taking a quarterback in this draft, even though they're going to go 1 and 2 probably.
Yeah.
Someone's going to take a reach on someone because that's what quarterbacks are.
Teams are stupid, and
you get desperate. You get desperate, and you want to have it. As soon as you draft a quarterback, season tickets go up, and that's what a lot of owners and GMs look towards.
Bob Brinkman, we need a coach that will run the ball and work the middle of the field. That's Jalen Hurts cannot work the middle of the field.
No.
I don't know if he's scared.
And he doesn't have the arm strength to be on the outside.
Do you need a rocket to work the middle of the field? It seems like if you got
a
noodle arm, quarterback should be able to work the middle of the field way better than what we're doing.
Yeah, that you seem like that would be his understanding, and you would hope, again, shotgun offense. Where are you looking? Where are you? You're staring down the middle of the field, right? You don't have to turn your head, catching the ball from center and getting into a 5-step drop. You don't have to turn your head, right? In shotgun, you're always there. So he should tear up the middle of the field, especially with the 2 tight ends we had. You thought he would do really good, and it's just, I don't know. Whatever we thought coming into this year is just not happening.
And I was fooled by Sirianni.
Everyone was.
Because I thought we were going to have a coach. You look at Indianapolis. What do they do good? They're physical and they run the ball.
Right.
He was the offensive coordinator.
Yep.
Didn't call plays. He was the offensive coordinator there. And now he's just doing his own thing. I can't – maybe it'll change in the coming weeks here, but I can't believe that this is ultimately how this coach wants to play football on offense. I think he's hamstrung by his quarterback.
No, I disagree, and that's why I don't think I disagree to the poll. Is I do think this is him, right? Coaches don't change. They're going to go with what got them there because that's all they know. That's all they have studied their whole entire lives to get them in the position they are. This is the offense that he has studied to get him to where he is. He's not going to deviate. He's not going to change. You just hope the pieces around him get better.
But where did he study it?
I don't know. I mean, on his own. This is what he thinks.
But the Colts weren't an RPO team last year.
No, and maybe that's not. Maybe they had other coaches that took it over. Like you said, he didn't call plays over there. This is what he sold Howie Roseman and Jeffrey Lurie during the interview process of this is what I do. This is how I run. And everyone, including me, said, oh, Jalen Hurts is a more mobile quarterback. Maybe this can work. Right? And
then I don't think you need – I think the biggest myth in the NFL is that you need a mobile quarterback to run RPOs. You don't.
You don't. And we saw it with Nick Foles, right? I mean, Nick Foles ran an RPO offense in that Super Bowl. And that's what won us the Super Bowl was Nick Foles and that RPO offense.
And Nick Foles didn't have a rocket arm.
No, he did not. But I don't know. I don't know what was different. Did he have better weapons? I don't think so.
I think Nick was just in like a magical vortex of greatness.
That could have been it, right?
Worked out.
And Jalen Hurts, I believe, has all the heart, like we said, the smarts, the will to be good. I just think he doesn't have the talent. He just doesn't have the talent.
Rob Lutman, he's in the chat. He wants to rant. Go, put in the chat.
Yeah,
I'll
come
put
on,
in the
man.
chat. You're not down here. That's okay.
Yeah.
Put in the chat. We'll
get it up there.
I can get excited. I can try and deliver it with the enthusiasm and anger that I'm sure Rob Lutman has, and a lot of Eagles fans have. But are you surprised at 2-4?
No, I'm surprised they are 2-4. I thought they'd be 1-5. Right? I didn't think they beat the Falcons.
Okay. I think I've picked every game right so far.
Yeah, I don't think this team is as good as a lot of people thought they could be towards the beginning of the year. This is no shock to me, that this offense is this bad. We got no talent whatsoever at quarterback. We got a young coaching staff. I knew our offensive line would be banged up. Everyone knew that. Right? And yet they're still playing pretty well. And I thought Miles Sanders was going to be the lost person. And he is.
Yeah, absolutely. But, I mean, this is why I can't really, like, kick, scream, flip tables, scream at my TV. I knew they're not good.
Right.
You just played your 6th. We're done with the gauntlet of the schedule.
Correct. It should get easier.
It really lightens up.
Right.
I mean, you have Vegas next week.
Which is a dumpster fire right now.
Absolute dumpster fire.
Yeah.
With no Gruden and the email with 650,000 emails.
Oh, my gosh.
Only John Gruden. Only John Gruden.
We'll get into that another day.
Yeah. Only John Gruden got strung up. Interesting. But you get Vegas, then you go to Detroit.
Yeah. 2 winnable games.
So if you're 4-4 after 8,
I'm doing cartwheels.
Because Detroit stinks too.
Yeah, well, they haven't won a game yet. I mean, they lost a couple of heartbreakers, but they haven't won a game yet. So you got to think that's a winnable game.
Coach is already emotionally spent.
You're right.
He's blubbering. He's blubbering at press conferences. At least Nick Sirianni's not that guy.
Yet. Give him another couple of weeks.
I was an NFL owner and my head coach went into a press conference after a tough loss and started crying, bye.
Yeah,
Bye. Bye. That's why I always crush Joe.
Yeah.
Cried. Blubber in the locker room. Blubber at your house. Don't blubber in front
Not
of
in the
everyone.
media.
It's embarrassing.
Not in the media.
It's absolutely embarrassing.
Yeah.
And I love Zach Ertz. I thank him for all his services. But, I mean, come on, dude. Blubberfest? Really?
This is his love. I get that. He's a Philly guy. I think when he's done his whole career, he's coming back here. Right? He
perfectly good. Love to have him.
Yeah. So I get that. I'm an emotional guy when it comes to things, too.
Maybe I'm just not. And, like, I just have a black heart. I just have a black heart with no emotion, and I just take all the emotion out of it. Like, if I were an athlete, I wouldn't care who I play for.
Right.
Whose checks the biggest?
Yeah, well, right, and that's desperately that's what it comes down to right now is who pays the most, and that's where you're going to go. But you do want to be in a good situation as a player, right? And hopefully Zach Ertz understands that he's going to a hell of a lot better situation.
Yep, outhouse to the penthouse. I mean, we got a lot of Howie and Lori hate in the chat. I mean, Tweedledee and Tweedledum, they're a bunch of dopes. But I mean, I'm not even gonna waste my breath. Jeffrey Lurie owns the team. He's not going anywhere.
He's not moving.
And
Howie's his right man. Yep.
Howie can do no.
He's here.
Wrong.
He's here. We're going to deal with it, and I just want to know when is the building of the stock pile of draft picks going to stop, and we're going to use these to good. Right? You're seeing it now over and over and over again. Here we are. Next year is next year the year where we're going to make the jump? Are we going to take the players that are really needed to make this team effective? I'm not betting on it.
I mean, I know you're a Parsons guy, and he looks
Huge.
good. He looks good in Dallas.
He will look good in green too.
I mean, he looks like a guy who would have looked good anywhere.
Anywhere.
But I mean, I don't have a problem with the Devontae Smith pick because
I don't have a problem with it. Yeah.
You couldn't go into the season with a young quarterback and a young coach with the trash that we had at receiver last year. Something had to be done.
This is where I was with it. Was the quarterback that we have? He's not making any wide receivers better, right? And Chase or Smith, whoever you want to deem was the best wide receiver in this draft, I don't think they were going to ever make Jalen Hurts good. Right? That's not going to happen. But taking a guy like Parsons, he makes your defense good. He changes your whole entire defense. A wide receiver is not going to do that for this quarterback. Now, if I had, and I hate to say it, but if we had Carson Wentz or if we had Nick Foles or anyone else other than a quarterback that we have now, I think getting Smith was the right call. But he's not going to make Jalen Hurts good, and it's not going to make this offense any better than what they are.
I guess, but you just have to – there's no talent. You got to start somewhere. And they decided to start there, which is fine. You got to pick. You
can't – again, to me, you can't say we have no talent there when we have wasted top picks after top picks there. There should be talent there.
There's not, though.
Well, I mean that you can't continuously go to the hole. You can't continuously go down that hole and keep doing it. Are we going to do it next year? Are we taking another wide receiver next year? Because we still don't have it.
No, it's the. I mean, the
Right?
receivers are no longer the worst position group on the team. That goes to linebacker, but they were
Right.
last year.
I tend to disagree, but I thought linebacker still was the worst.
They're pretty bad.
Yeah.
Well, secondary and defensive line are good. So, I mean, to your point, if you had Parsons in the middle of this defense,
changes your whole entire defense. It changes everything.
Nelson's been great. Slay's been great.
Yeah.
McLeod.
Harris has been good. Like the secondary's been good.
McLeod coming back.
All right. I think we got a ranter that wants to come on. Yeah. Come on.
But yeah, I wonder what we want to talk about. We had Sixers, Flyers the other night too.
Yeah, we'll get to some Flyers. You coming on? Come on this side, buddy. All right, this kid has been here a couple times with us. He's a resident here.
Hi, Sloan.
What's up, buddy?
What's up?
Welcome back.
Yes, thank you.
All right, so I know you're a big college guy. All right.
Yes.
You always come in here, you're looking at the college hats and everything. But where are you at with Eagles? Our Eagles poll question today is coaching the biggest problem?
I think it is. I think Nick Sirianni judges the team. I think Nick Sirianni was the wrong decision for this Eagles team. I don't think he was the right move for this Eagles, and I mean Doug Peterson wasn't any better. I think that also Jalen Hurts I don't think is doing a lot for running the ball. I think he should be running the ball more. So
handing the ball off more or him running more?
Both.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, there's something that is not clicking. You're right there. I don't know what it is, and if you think you can put your thumb on it, please tell the audience where you. If you're the coach, what's your game plan going into the rest of the season?
Running the ball with Miles Sanders. I think that he's a very valuable weapon to this Eagles offense.
Right.
Jalen Hurts, he's very mobile. You look at quarterbacks like Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes and quarterbacks that can move with the ball. I think that he can be a very great quarterback potentially for this Eagles offense.
Yeah, I mean, you could be correct. Maybe he needs to get out on the move a little bit more. Need to get that running game going a little bit more. Maybe get the pass rush off him. You could be right there. Where are you at with the Flyers starting? I know you're a hockey guy, right? No,
in and out with hockey. I mean, I don't know much about hockey.
All right.
I know the Flyers haven't really struck one in a lot of years.
Correct.
But that's all I have for them. I'm not a hockey dude.
So. Oh, okay. I thought you were. I'm sorry. What other sport is your go-to?
I mean football. I really watch a lot. College football. Alabama looking really good this season. I mean, obviously they took a tough loss to Texas A&M.
Right.
41-38 last week.
Right.
Which is a tough loss for them. I think they moved from the top in the country to like 5 or 6 in the country.
I think they were 4. Bama went to 4, right? Iowa lost. Yeah. And Bama won. They won a big game this week. So yeah, I'm sure they'll be back up in the top 4 again.
Yeah.
But where your brother goes to school?
Yes.
Right? Where's he going?
He goes to Tulane University.
Tulane, right?
And obviously they are 0-6 this year.
So they are having the Green Wave?
Yeah, Green
Wave.
Yep.
They're struggling a little bit down there. Where are you at? You play football? You play anything?
I play football.
Okay.
I do a lot of wrestling and baseball.
Oh, okay.
I want to play football. So.
Is that mom right there with the camera?
Oh, yeah,
you trying to make making a little pitch to mom there? Let me play football, Mom.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. What grade are you in?
I'm in 8th grade.
8th grade. Where are you going?
Wilmington Friends.
School. Wilmington Friends.
Yeah.
You guys got a nice football program out there, the high school that you're going to go to.
So.
Yeah.
So.
And is mom going to let you play freshman year?
No.
No. No. Come on, Mom. We love sports over here. Where are you at with how the Sixers are and the media aspect of everything? Are you getting tired of hearing it like everyone else?
I am getting tired of hearing it. I think Ben Simmons should just go somewhere else.
Just run away. Just let him go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Well, thank you for coming up.
Thank you.
We appreciate it. And I'm sure I will see you again. Tell your brother we said hi.
Yes, definitely.
All right.
Definitely.
All right, guys. We'll bring Rob back in here, and we'll chime in a little bit more of how we're doing here.
Let me touch on the Sixers.
Oh boy,
because
I know you and me are different on the Sixers.
Well, they're just poorly run, is all.
Okay.
And you have a 7-year process where you got Joel Embiid, and that's it, and a good Tobias Harris, but an overpaid Tobias Harris.
Right. But I agree there.
Isn't this Kyrie Irving situation in Brooklyn?
Please,
isn't that a gift from the gods for Daryl Morey and the Philadelphia 76ers? No. Just swap them up.
No.
Why?
No. And here it is. I'm going to say it. You're going to cry. I'm going to get so much hate on the chat right here.
I don't like blubbers. I already said that.
But here it is. Ben Simmons will be the biggest resurrection in Philadelphia sports history.
Okay. Now, this is like the people who tell me that Jalen Hurts is a franchise quarterback.
Well,
what do you see that I don't?
What do I see that you don't? He is the best in the world at what he does. On-ball defense. He's the best in the world. Again, I said it multiple times on here. I'm not in the business of trading the best at something. It doesn't make my team better. All right. What I need to do is build around him and his strengths. All right. And I think the Sixers are getting there. You say it's a dumpster fire of a franchise, yet we got first place last year. Yet we were in the Eastern Conference the year before, right? Like we're how much more do you want, or what more do you want? I get that he shied away in the playoffs. I get that he didn't shoot the ball in the fourth quarter the last 3 years in the playoffs or whatever the ridiculous stat is. But what he is good enough for me. And it should be good enough for this fan base because of where we've been the past couple years.
But where have we been? The second
round? We've been in it. We've been second round, yes, but we lost game 7s in 2 crappy ways that we should have won. We should have won both the Toronto 3 years ago. That should have been our championship.
Yeah. Okay. But it was here on the perimeter.
I'm not buying that. I'm not buying that. Jimmy.
It's it's Jimmy. And they chose Jimmy over Ben, which at the time looked smart. And I agreed with. Look,
right.
I've given Ben Simmons every pass imaginable in this city.
Right.
He's going to get it. Let him develop. But he doesn't get it. He doesn't get it.
I don't know what more do we want from him? Like, I don't give a crap about the shooting. I don't care about it. Okay. Don't run from the foul line. That's it.
He can make his foul shots.
Don't run from the foul line. I don't even care if he makes them. I don't care if he makes them. Don't run from it.
But, how can you have him in this locker room anymore?
That's the issue.
How can you have him in this locker room?
That's going to be the big debate, right? Is how, and you had a couple people. Joel came out and said something nice.
Joe cooked him.
Well, in the beginning, right? His last statement, he came out and said, he makes us a better team and everything. But Danny Green just kind of ripped him a little bit, and
he's another one I can't stand.
Well, he's a big piece of this team,
which is unfortunate.
I hear you, but it is what it is. And again, I don't understand when people say it's unfortunate. We were the number 1 seed last year. How much better can you be?
There's a difference in the NBA between regular season basketball and playoff basketball.
Right.
The Sixers and the 1 seed out west last year was the Utah Jazz.
Right.
They're not championship. They don't have the makeup to win a championship. They have the makeup to win 60 games in the regular season, not to win a championship.
Maybe you're right.
You have a point guard who is disinterested in developing his game. Disinterested in developing his game. He's never going to develop what he is in, 2021
right.
will be what he is in 2024,
right.
2027, and so on down the line. And, Joel Embiid wants to say something nice. That's fine.
Right.
But, I mean, the truth came out when he cooked them.
Oh, yeah, and Doc.
This was Joe saying something nice was, the Sixers PR department saying, hey,
you need to make this right.
Can you say this?
No, you're probably right.
So we can maybe, fix this thing a little bit and get him out of town or play with him.
Right.
Whatever. But when he said everything this team has done has been to cater to Ben.
Right.
From Brett Brown to the Jimmy Butler saga to everything. I think we found out why Joel Embiid spends so much time on the perimeter. Because Ben Simmons doesn't like it when Joel Embiid is down low
yeah.
clogging up the middle.
Yeah, that was another statement.
If you're not aggressive, it doesn't matter where Joel Embiid is.
He is. Listen, Ben Simmons is aggressive. I get that. I just think that he runs from the foul line too much. He's afraid of the big moment. And I think that's all a mental thing. That's why I give him a pass. Because on court attributes, man, there's not much better. There's not much better than what Ben Simmons brings to you on the court. But his mental aspect and his approach to the game, that's what I think needs to be worked on.
And he doesn't want to work with the Sixers people. He wants to work with his brother and his sister
family.
And his dad.
Yeah.
And he liked when Brett Brown was the coach because Brett Brown was buddies with his dad. And Brett let him run the roost. And then Brett's not here. And Doc says something.
Doc threw him under the bus at the end of the playoffs.
He shouldn't have done that.
Right.
But I can't fault him for being in the moment and saying that about it because everyone saw it.
Yeah.
Everyone saw it.
Yeah, it was national news. Yeah.
But, I mean, you're getting a better player in Kyrie Irving if you make that swap. You are much better equipped to win an NBA championship with a trio of Kyrie Irving, Tobias Harris, and Joel Embiid. And Kyrie Irving has baggage. He's a knucklehead.
Right.
Unexcused absences, a little different thinker, thinks the world's flat.
Right.
Okay, but he's a better player.
You
Ben
do
Simmons.
Think trading Ben makes us a better player, makes us a better team?
If you get Kyrie, yes.
Right.
If you trade him for, Malcolm Brogdon and Karis LeVert, you're going to take a little step back.
Okay.
But hopefully you can attach some picks in that somehow and try and – because I think that Elton Brand has a decent eye for talent.
So do I.
In this draft process. Because you're picking in the 20s every year, which is tough.
And we've done pretty good. I mean,
and you
Thibault.
You get Maxey. You get Thibault.
Yeah.
Maybe Paul Reed can make a jump. He was really good
as
at
much
the
as
ball.
People want to take Korkmaz, that's a good pick.
That's a fine.
Right.
What, there's Jokic and Draymond Green were second-round picks.
No, right.
Who else in the second round? Everyone else is,
top 5 picks. Yeah.
And it's tough because in the NBA, when you're in 8th grade if you got a shot to go to the league or not.
Yeah. Everyone lets you know that for sure. And then the NBA.
So if you can, get some guys in here that can play around Joe, and you want to build around Joe. You want to build around Joe. You don't want to build around Ben Simmons' strengths.
So do you think Kyrie?
Ben needs to play around Joe. People don't need to play around Ben. Joe is a top 5 player. Ben Simmons it's a gift that he is a max player. He's not a max player.
So coming into last year, I remember. I don't know if you were on the show or not, but Tom was on the show and he did a. If we had to trade Ben or Joe, and I said I would trade Joel.
It's not a bad take, and here's why: because Joe is a big guy,
right,
and he's been injured.
Correct.
So this was a year ago.
Yeah, right.
So
before
I probably would have agreed.
Year.
I probably would have agreed with you then.
Right.
But Ben Simmons has had enough chances to show.
You change now, though.
Correct. Yeah.
I still don't.
Last year. Well, I mean, and then you also have to look at if you're trading one, who are you going to get more for?
Well, that would be. I would assume that would be Joel.
Correct.
Right.
So if you're going to shake it up, shake it up.
I listen. By all means, people don't come out and bash me. I'm not trading Joel. All right, that's not what I'm saying.
Not anymore.
And I wouldn't have did it last year either. I want these two to work. All right, I think these two can be great together. I think they can win multiple championships together. Just by going on talent alone and what I see on the court, I think these guys can win together. It's now has become off the court stuff and mental aspect for both of them. Joel Embiid is not a mental juggernaut either. All right, I mean he has a lot of lapses in judgment also. So if we could find a way that these two can coincide, do you not think they're probably the best tandem in the NBA or close to it?
Monstar lineup. I mean, but Ben is just. I don't see how you can bring him back.
Okay,
I don't see how you can bring him back.
Is Kyrie make it in this fan base?
I think Kyrie's so aloof that it would just roll off his shoulders.
You think this fan base would like Kyrie?
I think this fan base would like anybody that helps them win games. Michael Vick drowned dogs, buried dogs in his backyard, John. Everyone was outraged when they signed him, and then he went in there against the Packers in the first game and ran around the whole field and was launching the ball 70 yards every game. And you probably walk down the boardwalk right now. I guarantee you step out this door, there's 5 number 7 jerseys.
You're probably right. Yeah.
I have one.
I have one too.
So while there might be, Kyrie, I don't know, he's kind of weird and he's not vaccinated and whatever, this, that, and the other. He thinks the world's flat, whatever you want to say.
Right.
When he goes in there and he's able to create for you on the perimeter, and all be forgiven.
All right. I'm with you.
And I think there's enough defense that you can fill in. Thibault, awesome defender.
100%.
Malik Milton, Shake.
Okay.
He's got to be a little better for me to call him Shake.
Yeah.
He's Malik.
He's Malik still.
Until further notice.
Please, if we have him running point guard, I'm out. No,
Maxey's your guy. And
who's your backup? If we trade Ben, let's say we don't get.
Well, you got to bring in.
You got to bring in
a guard.
Okay. All right.
You got to get a guard back.
All right.
But I mean, like CJ McCollum. Like
that's intriguing. I mean, what was that? McCollum and Covington and some picks?
Well, I don't want Robert Covington back. That would make me want to throw up.
Well,
but
I mean, you got to take some contract back.
Yeah, the money has to work in the NBA, but that's why Kyrie. It's perfect.
It's done. Yeah, you're right.
It's
on the
trash.
plate.
It's trash for trash. It's
both
baggage
teams want
to
trade them. Yeah.
Steve Nash is done with Kyrie Irving.
Right.
I'm sure Durant and Harden are sick of Kyrie Irving.
Right.
Joe and Danny Green said the right things about Ben recently, but I guarantee you they're done.
Yeah.
Doc Rivers doesn't really seem to be in on Ben.
You trade Ben to pair with Harden and Durant, and do you think we ever see a championship while those three are together? No, I don't. I think that team wins every single year until they want to stop.
But I can't look at it like that. It's like Carson in Philly. Like, yeah, Carson, I think, is going to – and the Colts are 1-4, but I think they're going to get their wins.
Right.
Starting today, knockout pool.
Please.
Colts.
Yes, I got a survivor pool with them.
Carson Wentz would have never recovered in this city, in this locker room, in this – like,
right.
There was too much animosity. He's not Nick Foles. He
drafted
Jalen Hurts. It was done here. It was done.
Yeah, I agree.
And Carson played well against the Ravens.
So here we go. We had Seth on earlier, and he said the 22nd's the first home opener.
I guess they're starting on the road. What's the date? I don't even know.
I'm not 100% sure either.
I feel like that's a week away.
Today's the 17th, so yeah. No, that might be first game because season doesn't start till Tuesday, the 19th. So maybe that is first game. But either way,
Ralphie told us, at least in mine, I don't know if your headset was on. He said the entire league plays Wednesday.
Oh, okay. All right, then we start on the road somewhere. But just getting to the home, Ben Simmons is announced as our starting point guard coming out in the intros. Is he getting a warm welcome?
No, he's going to leave. He'll probably leave.
You think it's that bad?
Yes.
Yeah?
Look,
are you booing him?
I might buy a ticket just to boo him.
No way. Really?
No, I won't buy a ticket. I won't spend my hard-earned money on a loser like Ben Simmons.
But you would boo.
How could you not?
Listen, it's the same thing for Jalen Hurts. I want them to succeed. Why am I going to waste any energy in wanting them to fail? I come on this show every single week and I say Jalen Hurts sucks. You guys have heard me say it a million times. But when I'm home watching the game, I am cheering for Jalen Hurts to be good every single play.
Yeah, but who's more likable, right? Jalen Hurts or Ben Simmons?
It's just the same aspect. That's my team. I am a Philly guy no matter what. I want Ben to succeed. I want Ben to do good. I'm not going to do anything to add pressure onto that. Same thing with Jalen Hurts. Now, you got to come on here and you say Ben sucks. Okay.
But the fans have not put any pressure on Ben Simmons.
Stop
None.
it. Yes,
None.
We have.
Zero.
Yes, we have.
Zero.
Yes, we have.
Zero.
From all the hate, and you said it here.
They only
Everyone
hate
says
him
it.
because he's a loser.
There it is. And that's what, to me, what makes him a loser on the court. Is it because he doesn't shoot? Is that why everyone hates this guy?
His lack of initiative on offense, his lack of aggressiveness on offense, his free throw shooting, which is horrendous, have brought on the hate. The fans don't just they just say, what do you think? The fans just close their eyes? They close their eyes. We're going to hate this guy, and they're pointing at Ben Simmons?
No. But to me, it's all right. Lack of aggressiveness on offense, lack of shooting, lack of this on the offensive side of the ball. We have two guys who are also max players who should take over on the offense in Joel and Tobias. All right, and they don't. Joel's great. Don't get me wrong, he's great. But when it comes time for crunch time, I can't have a post up play. Right?
True.
I need a guy who could take it off the ball. That was supposed to be Tobias Harris, and it's not. Not. That was never supposed to be Ben Simmons. From the moment we drafted him, that was never supposed to be Ben Simmons. We paid for it to be Tobias Harris. So for all the hate that everyone is giving Ben on the offensive side of the ball, look around him and understand what he is supposed to be on that side of the ball. To me, he's lived up to it. He doesn't turn the ball over. He makes great passes. He puts it where people are able to catch and shoot. He's a great point guard. To me, he's not supposed to be the guy to go out there and get you 30 every game.
But Johnny, he's 6'10" and has all these gifts. He has all these God-given gifts that you can't teach.
No.
That's part of the reason Jalen Hurts isn't a franchise quarterback.
He doesn't have
the God-given arm strength. He doesn't have the God-given accuracy and arm talent that these guys have.
You're right. You're 100% correct. And you want to bash Ben Simmons for that. I'm not going to defend him on that. Well, all I'm defending is he's not supposed to be that guy. For what he does on the court, to me, and to a lot of scouts and to officials, he's the best at what he does.
But isn't that on Ben to be like a little? Isn't that on to be a little bit of a killer? A little bit of a killer. When
do you call LeBron a killer? LeBron's not a killer either.
What's he have? 4 MVPs and 3 championships, and he's not a killer?
No. I wouldn't. No, and a lot of people will say he's not a killer either.
Maybe not now because he has Anthony Davis and Russell Westbrook. This is probably last year was probably the first time ever LeBron James wasn't the best player on his team.
All right.
So, I mean, you want to go back. Look, Miami, I know he had a super team in Miami.
He still was a guy.
LeBron James was ridiculous.
Right.
His second stint in Cleveland when
he was the only guy.
Irving and Love got hurt, and he forced the Warriors to 6 games and forced the Warriors to be like, wow, they didn't have these guys, and we almost lost LeBron. Let's go get Durant, and just put it all to bed. Be the best team ever.
Let me put it to you this:
that LeBron wasn't a killer. Miami.
Do you think talent-wise, get rid of everything that you want to think about Ben? Talent-wise, is he not somebody you want on your team?
Yeah, but he would have to be the third guy if he's just.
And he should be.
And he's just going to be.
Right?
But
we have 2 other max players that were supposed to be the takeover guys on offense. Tobias Harris is not that. He has not been that.
He's never been that. I mean, look,
well, that's what we paid him to be.
Well,
right?
That's full.
We took that money. Whatever happened with Jimmy Butler happened, but that money went to Tobias Harris. Right?
You were handcuffed. Yes.
Well, he should have been that guy. We shouldn't have gave him that money then. I don't blame Ben for that.
But doesn't Ben have to be like, wow, like I have all these God-given tools, and I can't trust Tobias Harris to take over a game. Why don't I get to the hoop?
Well, I kind of look at it a little bit differently. Same way I look at coaching, like we were talking about. You want Nick Sirianni, and everyone wants Nick Sirianni to change his philosophy. This is what got him there. This is what made him the number one pick. All right? Ben Simmons was the number one pick, not because he's going to score 40 points. Guys, stop it. It's because he's a 6'10", 6'11" guy that can run the point and that can guard anyone. That's why he was the number one pick. Not because he has a 40% three-point shooting. That's not why he was picked one. Why are we trying to change this?
I wish we picked Brandon Ingram.
Okay. But
I think that if that's one thing that I could change in the process,
right.
Go back in the time machine, just knowing everything I know now, just go pick Brandon Ingram.
All right.
It's such a headache. It's like
they're practicing.
They're practicing right now. Ben Simmons is supposedly in the building.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, you're right. Right this minute, he's meeting his teammates for the first time after all this saga.
What does he say?
What
do they say to him?
I would love to know how that conversation's going. I guarantee you, not a lick of this is going to get out in the public of what went on in that locker room for that half hour.
Only takes one, but I tend to agree with you.
There's no way that gets leaked. Do you think if he comes up and makes a public apology to the team that gets leaked? No way. No way. Or do you think
that might because his agent's a crumb and would do something like that?
No, I don't think so. I don't think Ben's ever going to play the guy who's in the wrong. But I hope behind the doors that's what's happening right now. I mean, you had who was it? Tobias, Joe, and Maxey, I think, or Thibault, who wanted to go out to California.
Yeah, and talk to him.
Right, and he said no. I would like to think that is getting hashed out right now. I mean, you can't be in a locker room and not talk to a guy, right? I mean, there's only, 15 guys there in the locker room? I mean,
yeah, it's tough. It's tough.
Someone's got to be interacting with him.
And whenever he does decide to, be good or, be bought in, however you want to phrase it, he's going to start.
Of course he's going to start. Yeah. Right now, he makes our team better. Right? Him being on the roster and him playing makes us a better team. Makes us a championship team. It does.
No, the Sixers. Look, why would I think that the Sixers are even going to get to an Eastern Conference Finals this year if it's the same team as last year that didn't get there?
Who are you afraid of besides Brooklyn? Who are you afraid of?
Milwaukee.
I'm not afraid of Milwaukee. I'm not afraid of Milwaukee.
You don't think Milwaukee beats this Sixers team in a 7-game series?
No, I don't. I think over history, Joel Embiid has proven that he can handle Giannis, and Ben Simmons, I know, can handle Middleton. Who are you afraid of? Holiday? I mean, I'm not afraid of anyone on Milwaukee.
There was one game on Christmas a couple years ago where the Sixers made a bunch of threes and they beat the Bucks on Christmas at the Wells Fargo Center.
Right.
Other than that, every time I watch a Bucks-Sixers game, and I don't have stats in front of me, but I feel like they get absolutely smoked.
I don't have stats in front of me, so I don't know that. But if you're going into a 7-game series against them, they don't scare me to the point where I don't think we could win. Brooklyn, a little bit, if they're healthy and if they're playing at capacity, I think they're probably the favorites easily. But Sixers got to be right there.
I mean, I think that this is the first time in a long time too, where the East is significantly better than the West.
Right, and you're right.
Because the Bulls made a lot of moves.
Bulls are going to be a surprising team.
I like them a lot.
Yeah,
I like them a lot.
The Heat got a little bit better.
They're veteraned up. they're
somehow, some way. Atlanta brought back John Collins. They're going to be just as good.
They're not going anywhere.
No,
and Trae Young,
right.
that's like the guard that you want.
He seems to be the type of guy that everyone's drawn to right now.
I'm just talking about the style.
Right.
Like, you need to make threes.
What we got here? 20-5 against the Sixers.
Giannis is there. So I was right. Yeah, 20-5 against the Sixers. So maybe they shut down Giannis, but everyone else beats them.
Listen, and get 7-game series. I'm taking the Sixers. Constructed as we are right now, and constructed as they are right now, I'm leaning towards the Sixers.
And we had another comment that the Philly fans hate Ben for one reason only, and that's attitude.
You're right. And I'm not defending that. If he changes his mental aspect of coming to the stadium, he would be loved in the city. And that's why I said the statement I said is I think he is the resurrection project that everyone's going to love in Philadelphia.
But, I mean, he didn't tell anybody he was showing up.
No.
Well, he showed up. Right.
Money.
And that rubs, especially this blue-collar fan base, that rubs people the wrong way as well.
Does it? Does it rub you?
Not me, because I just told you before. I don't care. Cowboys,
You go
Nets,
where the money is, yeah.
Okay, so you got the biggest shout, right?
Yeah.
Let me uniform. What time's the game?
Right.
We're good.
Right.
But, like, I'm also a man of conviction. So if I want to sit and pout for an entire offseason and say that, I've been treated unfairly and I don't like it here and the fans are too, whatever his reason, I'm still unclear as to what his reasons are for this mini temper tantrum he's had throughout this offseason.
Why is it unclear to you? It's as clear as day to me.
Well, hold on. Is he compensated fairly?
Yes.
Have the Sixers coddled him and built the team around Ben for his entire career?
I'll agree to that, yes.
So one thing changed, and that seemed to sourpuss Ben Simmons. His boy, Brett Brown, got the axe.
No. See, I don't think it is. I don't think it's that. I think it comes down to one thing. At the end of Game 7, who got thrown under the bus?
Ben.
Joel, your best player, supposedly, throws you under the bus, who's supposed to be the leader of this team, and then your head coach. I don't care what anyone says. They threw him under the bus. All right?
But
to me, I'm not coming back. Screw you. I'm not coming back. I'd be pissed too. Me watching that, I was at the Game 7. I was there. All right? And every single freaking defensive possession that we had, Seth Curry got torched. Whoever he was guarding, that's who they went after. To me, that's why we lost the game.
Well, that's another play. I mean, I talk about the difference between regular season basketball and playoff basketball. Seth Curry is probably
a liability.
The poster child for that. Yeah, Seth Curry can go out on Tuesday night against the Memphis Grizzlies, make a bunch of threes, and everyone thinks he's great.
Right.
But when the game shrinks, possessions get limited.
Important, yeah.
Limited, every basket counts. Seth Curry can't guard a 2-guard.
No, he got torched. Go back and watch that Game 7, guys. Every single possession, they went after him. And they scored on every single possession. All right?
And that's why I'm not optimistic about this team's chances. They might – I don't know. I'd have to sit here and stack the East.
So here you go. You make the trade for Kyrie.
Correct.
Going into this year.
Yes.
Kyrie and Seth's our backcourt. Are you really thinking we're stopping Trae Young? Are you really thinking we're stopping Middleton? Are you really thinking we're going to be better?
I mean, Middleton, that's Tobias' job.
Good luck with that.
Well, Middleton's terrific. He's probably the most underrated player
I agree.
in the entire league.
Yeah.
And then you have Joe.
But who's guarding Jimmy Butler?
Look.
This is why I'm not trading Ben, guys.
You can get further in the NBA playoffs with a guard, and you can't have a total liability on defense. I agree with you.
Right.
Especially in the playoffs.
Right.
But you can get farther in the NBA with a guard that can create like Kyrie. Especially, look,
Okay.
I wish I was the coach of the Sixers.
Right.
I would win championship after championship after championship after championship with Ben Simmons and his inequalities and Joel Embiid, because I would just go down the court. I would just run pick and roll.
So,
it's the easiest, most basic offense. Brett never did it. Doc doesn't seem to be interested.
No, he doesn't know it. Nope.
Have Joe come up, set a pick. Either Ben has to be aggressive in this. So if he's not going to be aggressive and be scared of the foul line, it won't work. Either you take the pick, right. Either you take the pick and you're gone to the hoop, or you just lob it up to Joe.
Listen,
John Stockton did it. The
who does it better than anyone right now? Trae Young and Clint Capella. Right. Clint Capella sucks at the line, right? He's horrible at the line. He's not a good shooter. You're not afraid of him picking and popping, right? So, but they do it better than anyone else in the league right now.
But I mean, the aspect that you would have to just adapt here is Trae Young will take the screen and just launch a three. Ben wouldn't do that.
Joel could. Joel could pick and pop.
I don't.
So it's the same. It's just roles are reversed.
Would you try and move Ben Simmons to forward? Something that was tried in the bubble.
Yeah.
And he seemed disinterested and he's sourpussed and he didn't do a gosh darn thing off the ball to do anything.
I would listen. That's definitely probably the best move if he's willing to shoot a corner jumper. It seems to me like he's not willing to shoot that corner jumper. So him being out there, you talk about really clogging up the center, like the lane. That would really be clogging up the lane if we played him at forward and he's not going to step out. At point guard, at least he's out, right? He has to start with the ball at the top of the key.
And you've been saying all show, like, Sirianni is what he is. These people, these coaches,
100%.
These players are what they are. Ben Simmons is
They're
what he is.
not going to change. It's not.
So
don't expect to ever think that's going to change.
The people like me, and there's a lot of them out there that have defended him thinking he's going to develop and he's going to start to get it.
Right.
And he's at least going to give you a mid-range guy, a mid-range jumper. He's at least going to be aggressive most of the time.
Yeah.
Like, that's not going to happen.
Well,
Ben Simmons makes the All-Star team every year because of his reputation and his respect among his peers, which I think might be shot at this point.
I 100% believe that.
So maybe when he doesn't make this year's All-Star team, maybe that'll flip a switch. And I think he was butthurt that he didn't win Defensive
Player of the Year. He should have.
Which he should have.
He should have.
I mean,
that was a joke.
This is what I say to people who think Gobert should be the Defensive Player of the Year. Okay, go have Gobert step to the perimeter and guard Trae Young.
Can't do it.
Couldn't do it.
Can't do it.
Okay, have Ben go cover a team center.
He could do it.
You can do it.
Right.
And I think that hurt his feelings as well.
I think you're right, but and I hate bringing this up. I really do. But watching all these off-season videos of him shooting these jumpers, he has it. He can do it. All right? We see it. I went to almost every playoff game last year, all right? Watching him warm up. The dude strokes 10 threes in a row without missing. He doesn't miss. He can do it. For some mental aspect, he doesn't do it. And for me to sit here and say it's not because he's afraid of the fans, that's what I think it is. He's afraid of the fans.
Ben Simmons cares a lot about
I see you, Tom. I see you.
Yeah, he's right.
I'm not there. I'm not there.
I mean, I don't think you can win a championship with a guy like that, with character like that in your locker room. He cares.
I hope we do.
He cares. I hope we do too. But I mean, he cares immensely about what people think of him.
100%. 100%. He worries more about his Twitter and the way he's going to get attacked than he does with how he performs on the court. I 100% agree with you. How do you get that? Instead of us trying to fix him, how he's going to shoot jumpers, let's try to fix that. If we fix that, I bet you it fixes a lot of things on the court.
Like take his phone away, like he's a 13-year-old that's missed curfew. Like what do you do?
I don't know. I don't know what you do. But
if he doesn't want to get attacked on Twitter for his flaws, then fix your flaws. It's like Aaron Nola comes out, oh, I'm sick of everyone saying that I stink in September. Okay, you hold the card. Like, go be good in September, and people won't say you're bad in September. We're smart people here in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
A lot of people like Michael Wilbon think we're dumb and not educated fans. We are.
Right.
We just call a spade, and we're not just going to stand up and clap because you're wearing our uniform.
Yeah.
You know?
No, you're right. I mean, it ultimately comes down to the players to change our mindset and to change the way that we view them. And I don't know. I still hold out hope that Ben can do that.
But you can't because Daryl Morey is not trading him.
He's not. I don't think he's trading him. I don't think there's a trade partner out there to make it work that Daryl Morey is saying, oh, yeah, this makes us better.
Well, I think
it's not there.
I think there are plenty of trade partners out there.
100%.
But the return,
nothing. Daryl Morey knows nothing will make them better. Even Kyrie. If Kyrie really made us better.
That's the only thing I disagree with you with. And I disagree with 95% of the fan base on this, and that's fine.
Right.
But I just think it's a straight gift that Kyrie Irving is having his trouble in Brooklyn, and he can't even play because he refuses to get a shot. You can't. It's non-negotiable. So the Nets stepped up and said, "Well, if you can't play in the 40 whatever
we're going to move
games,
you. Right?
We're not giving you $196 million,
right?
And you're not playing in the games you're eligible for either. We can't have this lineup in this city and then have this lineup
you
in
can't
another
do
city.
that. Yeah,
and you can't.
agree.
And I see that.
Agree.
And Andrew Wiggins, he was being a bugaboo about his shot too.
Right.
Until the Warriors said that. They were like, okay, well, you can't play in the California games. So that would cost him $9 million. And he even still said, no, I'm good.
Yeah.
Then the Warriors were like, okay, well, we're going to do what the Nets did, and you're not playing, period.
At all.
And then he got a shot.
Right.
Look,
listen. But when it's all said and done, I think Kyrie's the one who won't get the shot, and he will hold out. But he's also made
that's fine.
hundreds of millions.
I don't care if he gets a shot.
Right.
I don't. I really don't. But he can play here.
Without
the mandate is not as strict as it. He can't play in New York, and he can't play if they go out west, California.
Right.
But these guys get load managed anyway.
You're right. You're 100%.
And maybe by the time of the playoffs, these mandates will be even more back to normal than we already are. And then it's a non-factor. I already know what the Sixers are in the playoffs with Ben Simmons, and it ain't good enough. And he's not going to change. We've talked about how these guys don't change the whole show.
Right.
So I cannot sit here and tell the people that I think the Sixers are just going to all of a sudden get it and be in the Eastern Conference Finals or the NBA Finals.
I still think we're a very high contending team. I think we're a top 4 team in the league with Ben Simmons.
I mean, I don't have
Well, am I saying we're going to win? No, I'm not going to sit here and say we're going to win it all. But I will say, besides Brooklyn, nobody in the East scares me. They don't scare me.
I mean, okay. I mean, we got a barn burner here in the
London
game. We really need the Jags to step up. They're about to score. Nobody wants to win this game, by the way.
So since we changed our time here, we used to do Saturday nights. Now we're doing Sunday mornings. You want to do a little pick?
I have my picks.
You want to do?
I actually really like.
Before we get off,
really like the slate today. Actually, so yes.
Okay, let's go through. Let's go through what we got. Do you want to do spreads, or you just want to do?
I'll do spread. I mean, I'll do spreads.
You want to do spreads? All right.
I'm in a pick 'em thing, but that's too easy.
The pick 'em. Well, it's not really that easy.
It's no fun though.
Okay, let's do spreads then. I'm bringing up my app right now, seeing what we got.
What are you on, DraftKings?
Yeah, I do DraftKings. And we'll just before we get off because we got about 10 minutes left. So.
Yeah, I mean, I'm hammering the Colts today.
I'm all over the Colts. I got them in my Survivor. I think they win by 14.
31-10.
Yeah.
There's no Tunzel. Right, Davis Mills stinks. It seems like the Texans kind of show up at home, then they go on the road, and are just not anything that should be in the NFL.
Are they going to get a shot at this?
They stink. Yeah, they're about to kick it.
They're going to get a shot at this, ain't they?
It's not that far either. So
30 for 40. What's it? 52-yarder?
I think they're on the 30. No, it's inside 50. It's like a 45-yarder, right? You had 17, right?
So
35,
45, 45 plus 7. Yeah, it's
so
52
it's
yarder.
52. Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
52 yarder.
further away than I thought. Look at Urban Meyer, man. He's jacked up.
Oh man.
He's
going out with the girls tonight.
Oh man, he's gonna be on those. He's gonna be on those London co-eds with the accent.
He's out tonight, baby.
He's gonna be grinding away.
Give me this win.
But yeah, I'm hammering the Colts. Like they're 1-4, the Colts,
right?
But they have a good structure,
and
they're gonna get their wins.
Yeah, I agree.
And it's gonna.
And that division is not very good.
53-yarder at the horn here for a top 10 pick.
Looks good.
Got it.
Money.
Got it.
Right down the middle. Let's go. Jacksonville wins the Super Bowl.
Flores looks befuddled.
We can't even beat this team.
Miami. I mean, I'm watching. We're doing the show. I'm watching out of the corner of my eye here, but I mean, all they did was try and lose that game, and they did. Good for them.
Yep.
But yeah, I'm.
All right, let's go through it.
Go ahead. You.
Well, I'll read them off.
Yeah,
I'll read them off,
and then we'll talk about them.
All right. Kansas City going to Washington at -6.
What's the over/under? I don't like the
54.
Game. I'll take the over.
You're taking the over.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna put a bet down in. I'm gonna take your bets. I'm gonna put it down.
If you want real bets that are actually have a chance of winning, be an A2D member, $9.99 a month. You get the money pot picks. These are I'm a loudmouth idiot with a microphone right now. Don't take me serious. I don't know how those guys do it. If I were in charge of the membership plays, I would be.
Everyone would lose money.
Even if I won, the process of it, like these guys, they'll listen to me.
Right.
To me. I don't like that at all. So Godspeed. I think Wilson does the picks, and the Money Pot Podcast does the picks.
Nate, yeah.
So I mean, I could never do it. I'd be a wreck. I'd have an ulcer in about 5 minutes.
All right. This is the game that's intriguing to me this week. All right. The Rams coming out east to the Giants.
I like the
-7.5. That has
down.
changed.
That's
that's
down
changed
significantly. That tells me Giants, but I can't trust it. Well, maybe it changed because Jones is playing.
Correct. Yeah. Right.
So that makes sense. What's the over/under?
49, which I feel like is high.
That's an under.
I
don't like the spread. You hit my 2 over/under plays right off the bat.
All right.
So the rest will be straight spread picks. I promise.
All right, so we got Chicago, Green Bay going to Chicago at -6.
That's inflated.
That's
as well. Dude, I'm a big Fields guy.
Really?
I really am.
Okay.
I can't believe the Niners picked Lance. I can't believe the Jets picked Wilson.
And passed on Fields. I think the Bears have a quarterback. And, right.
Everyone wants to, kind of hate on Matt Nagy, and he's a big punching bag in Chicago and the national media.
Not a bad offensive quarterback.
And he doesn't do himself favors with his brain farts that he has sometimes, some games.
Right.
The Bears are 3-2.
Yeah.
And
this is a big game.
They're at home getting 6. I have them 4.5.
I'm actually liking.
I did it too early. I didn't know I was going to have. I didn't know I was going to have time. We're doing the show. I'm driving in from Bucks County, so I just did them last night.
Right.
So I got 4.5 or 4. So I love the 6.
All right, I'm liking the 6 too. I'm taking the 6. All right, then we got Cincinnati going to Detroit.
Yeah, I have no feel for that game.
Cincinnati -3.5. I feel like that's low. I don't know why Cincinnati's only given 3.5.
I don't know.
I feel like that's low.
Detroit's going to.
All right, well, I can only put in 12-team parlays anyway.
Okay,
so
that's what you're doing. You're parlay.
We're all of them, baby.
Oh my gosh!
Let's do it.
Hopefully you hit it. You shut down the store.
There you go. All right, you got Minnesota going to Carolina. Minnesota -2.5.
Minnesota's favored.
Favorite.
That seems weird, but I don't like Kirk Cousins even a little bit.
No.
All
right, so you want Carolina?
Yeah,
right.
I'll take Carolina.
You want Carolina money line, or you want the 2.5?
Give me the 2. It's just to be safe. Because what's the money line?
+125.
That's not enough to get me.
All right. You got the Chargers going to Baltimore. Baltimore -3.
I mean, that's a game I think you just leave the betting out of it and you just sit back
and enjoy
on the Eagles. No Eagles.
Right.
Give you and you watch.
That is the enjoy game.
Two real football teams play.
Right. All right, we'll leave that one alone. Houston going to the Colts.
Yeah,
the line has went up to 11.
Well, I mean, who in their right mind's bet the Texans?
I'm taking the Colts -11 still. I said they win by 14. You said even
there
bigger.
There it is. It worked out. I got 10.
Okay. There you made out then. Yep. All right, the 4:00 games. We got Arizona going to Cleveland. This is going to be the game of the week.
I like Cleveland.
You like Cleveland?
They're
-3.
Not that Arizona's bad, but Chandler Jones isn't playing. A lot of their coaches have COVID.
Right.
I know Chubb's out for Cleveland.
Yeah.
Which kills me in fantasy, by the way. But Kareem Hunt's really good.
Kareem Hunt is very good.
And Baker, albeit in a loss last week, played really good.
Looked good, yeah.
I'm still waiting for that Odell Beckham game.
Yeah, maybe this is it.
Maybe he's just shot. Maybe this is it. But look, Carolina's not going, or Arizona's not going 17-0.
Oh, stop it! No,
they're not.
No, not in the West.
No.
Stop. No.
But you're gonna have hiccups. You're on the road in Cleveland.
Yeah.
So I like Cleveland in that game.
All right, I'm taking Cleveland -3.
Yeah.
Okay. Then you got Dallas going to New England. This is another weird game to me. Dallas is -3.5.
Yeah,
I love New England.
You love New England. We'll go head to head on that one. I like Dallas.
You like Dallas? Oh, this is yours. I'm taking Dallas then.
I think everyone got a little too googly-eyed over Mac Jones in the rain against Tom Brady. I'm not sold on Mac Jones at all.
No.
I don't think the Patriots are that good.
I don't think the Patriots are good. 3.5 seems high to me. I
kind of tells. Doesn't that tell you something though?
Yeah, true.
Maybe maybe New England will play. Maybe Belichick will figure out Dak, and
the running game.
They can give one back.
Then we got Las Vegas going to Denver. Denver -4.5. That is going up too. That started a little bit even. Yeah.
Yeah, Denver. Denver's one of my plays. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
How can you be focused? I mean, you have guys that have alternative personalities on the Raiders taking personal days throughout the week.
Yeah, and all you're hearing every interview is, what about Gruden? What about Gruden? I don't know how they prepared for this week. You're right.
And then there's no way there's not a divide in that locker room right
100%.
now over the guys that
100%.
are like,
that were Gruden guys. And not
the guys
guys,
like me who are kind of scratched. Like John Gruden messed up. He shouldn't have said all that. But, I mean, 650,000 emails, and Gruden's the only guy getting hung out to dry.
Yeah.
No one responded to his emails. No one said, I mean, okay. And then you have the guys that are, I can't ever play for this guy again.
Right. Now, here's the interesting game for me, which is very interesting now with all the new comings this week. But you got Seattle going to Pittsburgh with Russell out.
Yeah.
So -4.5 for Pittsburgh. Why is that so low?
I have 5.5. This seems like this is one where I can't get cute. You just take the Steelers.
Take the Steelers, right? Yeah.
I mean, Geno Smith is not a backup where you can go okay, he might be okay for 4 games.
Right.
No, Geno Smith stinks.
I agree. I agree.
He's playing in prime time on the road. I think the Steelers might have maybe found something a little bit last week.
They did.
Denver.
They looked good. Yeah.
And Seattle, this is not the Legion of Boom Seattle defense.
No, not even close. All right, then we wrap up with Monday night. You got Buffalo going to Tennessee.
Yeah, I don't know if Tennessee is going to win the football game, but I will take
the 5.5.
Correct.
Yeah, I'm with you there. I'm actually taking the 5.5 also.
And the over/under, that's got to be a high over/under.
53.
There's got to be. There's gonna be points in that game.
Yeah.
And the Titans, they kind of play up and down to their competition.
Yeah.
And I think they're getting Buffalo in a great spot on the road. They just beat Kansas City and Arrowhead.
Pretty much their Super Bowl.
Third road game in a row for Buffalo. So that's an issue.
So we're putting $5 down on that. All right. That's a 10-team parlay. Just a little $5 guy, but it wins $3,150.
Right?
$3,150. Yeah.
For $5, why not?
Why not? Right?
I mean, it's going to lose. It'll probably come down. I'll be 9-0.
We'll split it if we win.
Sounds good. It will be 9-0.
Right.
I'll go in on Monday. And
I'm taking the buyout.
Yeah,
I'm taking that buyout.
Take the buyout. See, I'm stubborn.
You would run it?
I would ride it. I would ride it. And I would just put $5. Make it so I would place a bet.
Oh, you don't lose money.
Where I could win $5 money line on Buffalo.
Yeah. That's funny.
But I mean, I'm too stubborn. It's who I am.
Yep.
And then, pending how Vegas looks today.
Right.
Which I can't imagine they're going to look good.
It's going to be hard. So are you're looking to next week?
I'm eyeing up the Eagles for a little rent money bet. I put the mortgage on the Eagles next week.
Really?
Well, look at it. Listen to this. We crushed Nick Sirianni the whole show.
Right.
What's the only game Nick Sirianni has looked like a competent NFL coach?
Atlanta.
And how long did he have to prepare for that football game?
All year.
All year. I mean, he doesn't have the whole year to prepare.
Right. He's got the longest he's had.
But he's got 10 days.
Right. All right. Okay. I mean, I could buy into that.
Derek Carr stinks.
I'm a big Derek Carr guy.
How?
I'm a big Derek Carr
Based
guy.
on what?
I'm taking him over Jalen Hurts.
I mean, that's not saying much.
Listen, I like Derek.
I agree.
I
hate Derek Carr, and I would do that too. But I just look at him. He just looks like. You ever see the Facebook meme of him? He looks like the kid. That lives across the street from Woody and Toy Story that blows up all his toys.
Yeah,
that's what he looks like. So I'm eyeing up. Like, I think the Eagles.
Are you going to put them on your survivor pick?
Well, no, they'll be on the road.
Yeah.
No. Maybe. I mean, we got to win this. We got to get
right.
Let's rack up the Colts.
Let's get the Colts first. You're right.
But I mean, maybe. I mean, you're getting into like what week? Next
7?
week 7.
Yeah.
So
it's going to start getting
seven of the top 10 teams will be off the board.
Yeah.
So maybe.
Yeah. It's
obviously I didn't use the Eagles yet, but like I got Tampa's gone for me.
Buffalo, Tampa, Chargers, Rams. They're all gone for me.
Who did the Rams play where I took them?
There was Panthers, I think. Who did they play? I took the Panthers week 1 against the Jets.
Week 1.
I can't remember now.
I don't know.
I know I took the Rams though. But anyway, we're starting to get down to our time here. You want to sign off, wrap up?
Yeah, we'll sign up. We'll be back. This is all football season.
Yeah, we're going to be here every Sunday now, guys. Yep.
Right here on the boardwalk. Come on, guess you'll have the shop open.
Every Sunday.
Every Sunday, come in and get your stuff. We got 10% off.
10% off anything you guys come up here during the show, guys.
You got $300 cornhole sets over here.
These things are amazing.
30% off. Or 10% off. 300 is.
You know what I think we're going to do next week, Rob? We're going to set up the cornholes, all right, out here on the boardwalk since there's not much traffic anymore, and we're going to give customers, if you hit it, you get 10% off. You get 4 shots, so you get a chance to win 40% off. All 4 shots. If you make them all, you get 40% off. We're going to do that next week.
I can't figure out 40%, so I'm just going to round up to 50 for math purposes. So that's off a $300 cornhole set.
There you go.
All you got to do is make a cornhole shot.
4 of them. You make 4 of them.
I hope the ringer. Hopefully, not many ringers are listening, Johnny.
Come on in, guys. If you can hit 4 shots, you get 40% off.
We're setting up that one.
Setting up the Eagles,
the old school Eagles one.
Yep.
So I'm Rob Brinkman. He's Johnny Coyle. Thanks for everyone who listen, subscribe their show. Be an A2D member. It's only $9.99 a month. Come check us out all football season long down here on the boardwalk in Ocean City, right off 10th Street. It's really easy to find. I'll be on tomorrow night with Brad Ryer, little NBA, little NFL, baseball playoffs, which have been a lot of fun. I guess the Braves are on tonight.
No. Do they play back-to-back?
The AL did.
Maybe they
I didn't think the AL was going to be on. Then I got an alert on my phone that the Red Sox won.
Maybe they are. I haven't seen the schedule. I'm all NFL right now.
And then we got games kicking off.
Yep.
We're down here hanging out on the boardwalk for a little bit. We'll probably get something to eat.
Yep.
See what's going on. But until next Sunday, peace out, everybody.
Appreciate it, fam. Take care.